Good morning, folks. Mark and Jamie, chapter next.
Watch out, car.
This is the parking lot that we have slept in.
It's the campground.
Oh, it's the campground. It's the RV park. It's the Rio Grande Village RV campground. It's got full hookups. What are there? 24 sites in there? 24 sites. So sewer, water, electric. It's all good. Coyote.
Saw coyote, lots of dogs, bobcat.
There's supposed to be some bobcats out here. Didn't see the bobcat.
It's really beautiful around it, and it is essentially a parking lot, but it's still so cool.
Yeah. Anyway, we're on our way to Boquillas, Mexico.
So we're literally going to try and hoof it there, even though people said not to. But we're going to find out how far it is right now.
Yeah.
In the store. So.
Based on the map, it looks like it's probably 2 to 2.5 miles to the port of entry, the border crossing. So why take a car when you can walk? It's all a paved road anyway.
Well, we hope. We're talking out the side of our mouth right now because we don't really know,
But we know.
Okay.
All right.
The important thing is we have passports and money.
Yep. We will pick this up when we get out of the store. Oh, this little store up here is where you have to come in and pay for the RV park. But this is separate from the national park. It's a separate concessionaire that runs this. So on the other side of this, there's another campground, same name, Rio Grande Village Campground, and there's 100 sites over there, but there's no services.
Which we would have done.
No electric.
No problem. We have no problem with BLM, but it was 82 degrees here yesterday, and we're not taking the dog to Mexico, and
yeah,
we were really afraid to not hook up.
We needed to
and let her be so hot.
We need to run the air conditioning, so that's why we chose the parking lot over the much cooler campground.
Although I hate to admit it, but it's nice to have my microwave.
And her curling iron.
I did not curl my hair. I haven't even washed it in 3 days. All right.
Okay, let's end with this shot. Okay, well, we had a wealth of knowledge in the
he bought a case of
store.
Beer and 3 giant jars of grape jelly. I don't know what that's all about.
Well, and the guy said something about, are you making lunch for all those kids over there?
I don't know.
So I don't know if he's the
guide, the tour guide. There's 150 kids over there. So
yeah. Anyway, we decided to walk to
Mexico.
The Boquillas point of entry.
Boquillas.
I think.
Boquillas? I don't know. Our Spanish is so bad. It's embarrassing.
It's only going to be maybe 2 to 2.5 miles to get to the port of entry, and it's walking on a road. So why not do it? Another reason, and I don't really like to say this, but one of the main reasons is we're just a little bit concerned about our stuff. So we left it all at the campground versus taking our truck over there and having it sit in a parking lot. But that's us just being a little bit nervous.
We're smart.
So that's, and plus
we get a 5-mile hike in this beautiful place.
We get a hike in. So all those reasons said walk it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. Can you blame us? I mean, look at this. Let me do a little pan here. Look at those mountains over there.
Look at the sun coming up over there.
Sun coming up.
Although
those are sand dunes almost, aren't they?
I don't know.
That looks like a sand dune.
I don't know if that's the sun or... Yeah, this is so cool.
Very cool.
I don't know if we're going to be allowed to film into the port of entry.
No, we won't film inside the...
Because I think there's cameras everywhere and they get squirrely, but
we can film up to the door. We just won't film them.
They even said don't take a side trail. Come in on the main road because, you know, they want to see who's coming in and
right. They want to take
some people walking in the side.
They want to take your picture.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're out for now.
And we have stupid little date packs.
Okay, now we're out.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so looking back in the road, that hole there is the tunnel coming into the Rio Grande Village.
Which doesn't, it's
into
not
the
marked
park
in height, but it looks to be about
It's really high though. There's a lot of big fifth wheels that come
Except
through
it's
it.
round.
Well, yeah. But these are, we're walking on the road to Boquillas Crossing, and I don't know if you can see it yet, but at the base there, between those two mounds, that looks like Mexico to me.
Yeah, it looks like a little Mexican village, maybe.
Because of
you can see it, but
all of the bright colors,
what's weird is
the lush greenery over there. That's
it's
amazing.
so isolated over there, though. So isolated.
Yep.
And they're only on solar.
So what we have to do here is keep walking a little bit further to get to the port of entry. We have to check in with, is it Border Patrol?
Yep.
And then we get to walk down to the river, catch a rowboat. You can also walk across it, I think, depending on water levels.
It looked really high where we were yesterday, though, so we don't know.
But we're gonna do the rowboat and give our Mexican friends some American dollars.
Yep, which we think is important.
Yeah. So we will pick this up again.
Hey, I just want to mention something about water because Mark's already halfway through his water bottle and he has a bladder and 2 more, and I have 2 plus this one. I don't drink as much as him, but make sure you bring your own water because it's hot out here in the sun. Way hotter than you think it is. So pack water.
Yeah, so yesterday it was what?
86.
86. I'm not sure what it is right now. It's got to be at least 80.
Well, it was 63 when we left, but it's definitely warmed up quite a bit. But even in the sun, it's at least 10 degrees hotter than, you know, in the shade. But the other thing is, if you're from like Illinois, like we are, you're not used to this heat in the middle of winter. So it feels really hot out here.
Yeah. The other good thing about being here at this time of year is the sun is lower on the horizon, so it doesn't have the intensity.
Right.
And I'm wondering if it's closer to the intensity that we were used to during the summer.
Right.
That's how I'd try to compare it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, we just turned off the road. This sign says Boquillas Crossing from 8 to 5. I hear a truck coming over the road. But we're heading down to the port of entry. So we'll be there shortly. All right, we are cresting the dirt hill down to the port of entry. I can kind of show you the parking lot.
We're right, that is Boquillas, what we're looking at.
Yep. I don't think you want to bring your camper down here unless it's a very short one like this little guy we see. If you got a big fifth wheel or even a travel trailer, I don't think you want to come down this road to try to park it.
Yeah, this part is well. And there's not a big parking lot that we can see unless there's one on the other side.
Yeah, I don't see a big turnaround, so I would say find a campsite and then come here.
That thing's pretty tricked out.
Yep.
Show his license.
All right, we'll pick this up on the other side. Okay, here's the Boquillas Crossing port of entry.
I don't know if
We have to go inside and check in, and then we'll pick this up on the way out. We just went through customs. Basically, she just talks to you and lets you know what happens on this side and that side.
What not to bring.
What not to bring back. You can't bring back rocks and raw wood, but you can bring back sculptures, things that are covered in lacquer.
No dried wood, like what do you call it?
Driftwood.
No rocks.
No rocks of any sort.
No fossils. No alcohol.
No alcohol, tobacco. But she said you could bring tortillas back.
Yeah. Oh, no fruit, no vegetables. No raw meat, obviously. I feel so sad that we didn't bring Nova, my dog, but we just didn't want to risk it. You know, there's dogs there, and.
But if you have all your papers with your dog, you can bring your dog across.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty little path.
So very cool.
So it's on a lot of the videos we've watched. It says it's 1/4 mile to town. And then the donkeys are $5 round trip per person, but it's 3/4 mile per border crossing to town, and you can take a truck, a donkey, a horse, or you can hoof it for free. I don't know what we're going to do yet.
And those prices are set by the folks in Mexico.
Yes, they are not.
The boat here is supposed to be a U.S.
It's US
concessionaire.
Right.
So, and that's set at $5
round
per
trip.
person round trip.
And what else did they say? I just lost my train of thought. Oh, you have to check in on the Mexican side.
Yes.
So there's like there's no concierge there or anything. It's like just a little like zone where you're supposed to check in.
It's a trailer that
Yeah.
she
before
pointed
we
out
go into town.
that once we get there we have to do. So
Other than that, I think
this-
all areas are open.
yeah, this group in front of us, they're carrying a box of teddy bears that they're going to take across to the children.
Yeah, made by like a blind lady in Terlingus. Today is a festival, and we just happened on it. It's their, what do you call it?
Was it the Mexican Revolution?
Yeah. And it's-
Revolution Day, I think is what they called it.
Schools closed, medical facilities closed, and the kids are supposed to be dressed, and they had a parade. So we're pretty excited about that.
Yep.
Just a blessing.
There's our
So we're literally looking at Mexico.
ferry coming across.
And there's the guys on the other side. And we're super excited and super hungry.
Yes, we didn't eat breakfast today just so we could.
Maybe go to 2 restaurants.
Right.
Spread the wealth. Right?
So
Let's wait
cool.
for the next one.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's really beautiful.
There's donkeys and horses. So cool. And this is really running. Now I've heard you can walk across it, but I don't know where that would be. Maybe down there?
Yeah, but I don't think
Looks
you're
a
allowed
little
to just
less-
walk down there.
Yeah, you are.
Really?
Yeah, you're
Wanna
allowed.
try- should we swim across right now?
Yeah, let's
Just see us do laps?
put our Iron Man
on.
on and do it. Okay. All for now. What's that?
Here's people they're riding the donkeys in, and the horses.
Oh, we didn't ask how much they were.
Here, take a picture of the girls, though.
We can get it when they walk
Okay.
You're on 317 so far.
by. Have we?
And it's 11:39.
There's a little island in the middle of the Rio Grande. Hope I'm saying that right.
I hope so too, because you said it 700 times.
I got to learn how to say these things correctly. So the donkeys are $5 both ways, round trip. We decided to walk it. Why did we decide to walk it?
I'm scared of them a little bit.
Oh, Jamie's a little afraid of the donkeys.
I'm not, well, yeah, no, yeah.
But
I am.
the donkey in front of us was more afraid of her because she scared the crap out of him.
Ha, ha, ha.
Literally. That's the only thing you got to watch out for as you're walking here. Okay, we're on our last leg in.
That's the Border Patrol on the other side.
Yeah, I think it's hidden by the bush now. But there's I think that is a cell phone tower.
Yeah, looks like it.
And it's just to the left of that cell phone tower.
And we're walking that 3/4 mile rocky road in. Never mind.
So,
The rocks here are pretty and I can't take any back.
no, I can't take any rocks back.
Can you hear my stomach growling?
No, I can't.
Pulling into town now.
On the way here, we saw a sign for. Can you pronounce it again? Is it El Caldron?
Yeah, El Calderon Hot Springs.
Hot springs. There's a hot spring about
Points.
a half mile off the road.
I don't know if we're allowed to go to it, but
We'll have to ask about that. I don't know if we can do it on our this day trip or not, but it might be something interesting to see. Hola.
Buenos dias.
What else do you want to say to the good folks?
Everyone's really friendly so far.
Yep.
Mountains in the distance are amazing.
So beautiful.
You can hear the donkey bells on the donkeys. And here's a corral where they keep them, which actually isn't bad. Okay, well, one side of it's not bad. Considering it's a solar run town, they have water
Water troughs.
and grass.
Shade.
Well, they have access to water because of the rehab. Oh,
There's the military. That's the first we've seen that.
Yeah, but it's a festival today, so maybe there's a higher presence. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we've got to ask about that so we get the right name of the festival.
I hear church bells in the distance.
But the folks we talked to said that everybody was out in fancy dresses.
Yeah, so we'll see. I've already succumbed to a bracelet, border crossing, on the other side of the river. Okay.
Oh, so this is where they let the donkeys off and they rest.
Yep. Then you walk up the hill. Okay, we'll tell you more.
More when we get there.
It means welcome.
To Boquillas del Carmen.
Here's like the little village and their selling stuff. These are some of the lacquered walking sticks we tried. What's cool is how clean it is here. I mean, it's not like they have garbage service, right? Unless it's hidden somewhere, but I think we're gonna go check in and eat.
Yes. Eat is the first thing on the menu.
Grocery store.
Step aside, baby. That's another form of transportation in. Hola. This guy is guiding them all the way in.
Yeah. Little shops. It's like a Mexican village.
Okay,
but
there's a
actually
solar
road.
panel
Yeah, solar panels.
and rainwater collectors.
Yep.
Okay, so we got to check in here. We will get you on the way out.
Border Patrol on the other side is $2 a person, but on our side, I keep reading that it was $25 each to get in, but they didn't charge us that, so I don't know if they'll charge us that to come back over. Oh, food. Who cares?
Let's go, Jose.
Are we going straight here?
Falcons. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
Jose Falcons. Is that open air or we got to sit inside? Well, it doesn't matter. We're up here, right?
All right.
So we're at Jose Falcons and we're sitting.
Falcons.
Okay. Your accent's getting better. You haven't even had a beer yet.
I'm trying.
We're sitting all the way around these mountains. They had this incredible river geodes in there that I can't bring back. What?
But I didn't realize the river was right down there.
Yeah, so
Nobody's ever shown that.
I think they have, honey. So this is a view on this terrace here. Just so you can see how cool it is. I'm just going to walk around the terrace. Hopefully not fall over the edge.
You want a Dos Equis?
Yeah, with lime. See how beautiful. There's someone's casa up in the hills. Oh, there's a beautiful gazebo there. Definitely worth a visit. Here's our guitar player.
You want Dos Equis?
What? That's nice. I'm crunching on a chip. So here's the menu at Jose Falcon's. Pricing. Okay, here comes two kids on their horses. We're gonna walk around town now. We finished eating at Jose Falcon. Oh, look down there. Anyway, it was amazing. So yummy.
That's where the hot spring is.
Maybe. That's a good idea.
That's about the
Good
right
thought.
distance.
It's these little guys on their horses. Good job.
Hola.
So now we're just walking around this little town.
Trying to walk our food off.
Yeah. So full, but gosh, the food was actually really, really good. Like by any standards anywhere.
Yes.
And we've eaten a lot of Mexican food in Mexico.
The chips and salsa.
Yeah.
That was
It
awesome.
was super good. And then the hot sauce, I told her how great it was when we were leaving, and the lady actually gave me the recipe. Well, sort of, but
That's two things, right?
Yeah.
Tomatoes and
jalapenos. She said tomatoes and jalapenos, but
so good.
so now we're just walking around. Although we're getting a little bit of a complex because a lot of people had hosts kind of hook up with them when they entered, and their hosts stay with them in the restaurant and they walk them around, and we don't have a host, so I don't know if it's because I haven't washed my hair in 3 days or
Well, what I've seen so far is it was a mom with her kids, and it was two
two
young
young
women.
girls in their like in their 20s,
Yeah.
a mom
And
with her
then-
kids with no dad.
And then there was a group of two older couples, and they said they stopped, and because their husband spoke Spanish, so he.
So
he
she
got a
doesn't know.
guide.
Yeah, she doesn't know what transpired or why
He
that
got a
happened.
guide to walk them around.
Right. The souvenirs are pretty much the same all over. They're these,
It's a mini super little store.
yeah. The stuff is pretty much a lot of embroidery stuff and some wire beaded stuff, and
All things you can take back.
we bought 3 bracelets.
Is that the school? Oh, that is the school.
That's the school. And I guess it's closed today.
For the national holiday, which
Yeah.
was the Mexican Revolution.
Yeah. So now we're looking at their houses. We met an adorable little set of twins. So here's their donkeys, like made in this homemade fencing kind of thing. Hi guys! And they all have bells on. And they're in this little pen. Although they seem happy.
What kind of donkey?
What is going on here? What are you doing? Are you giving snuggles? Huh? Is that your friend? Bendiciones.
Adios. Our Capitan, his name was Abraham.
Abraham.
Okay, so we said that from our campsite into town was 3.85
8-5.
miles. And we walked it and it felt great
But really from the Border Patrol it was 2.5. The town
to
itself.
get to the Border Patrol. Yep.
The town itself, totally safe. Did never feel threatened in any way, or the little girls come out to sell bracelets, but that's it. Otherwise, people were
Yeah, it's not hard sell or anything.
no. I mean, in Mexico, sometimes it's been much more difficult, but the town itself is really clean. I mean,
They run on solar energy. You see solar panels everywhere.
Yeah.
Plus, they have a solar farm. We heard.
there's been quite a
Very
bit
nice
of
little
education
community.
on garbage, and they have a big recycling bin by the courses, and then there was one in town, and people are really using it, so that's good. Food was good. People were nice. We bought homemade tortillas because they said we could bring them back in. $4 a dozen.
At the grocery store, which is right as you're coming into town. It's kind of a aqua colored building.
Aqua?
Is it aqua?
Green?
Greenish?
Yeah.
Greenish?
Anyway, it says grocery,
Yeah.
but she doesn't let you really go in there. She just goes in and gets them.
So it's a town that's trying to come back from almost devastation when they closed the border in 2002, I believe. And it reopened in 2013. So that's what, 6 years ago? Gotta do my math.
But yeah, it was kind of devastating. I guess there was a lot of people that had to leave, but it seems like they're doing pretty good business. I mean, we're out there on a Wednesday, and we probably saw
50 people?
50. We
Yeah, probably 50 people.
we spent $50, $47.50 on lunch, but we also got 2 drinks each, including giant margaritas, and they were $7 each. But food was great.
Yeah. So I would say the prices are like a big city, authentic Mexican restaurant prices.
Well, at the restaurant,
Right.
souvenirs are like $5 or $10, but
Yeah. So, but the quality of that food, it was just
I
wonderful, incredible.
think you also have to think about why you're there and really what is,
Right. We're supporting our good Mexican friends,
yeah. And I mean, what is
helping them live a lifestyle.
$5 to us compared to maybe $5 could mean to them? I don't know what.
Well, it has to be huge.
We
So
did give a little girl some school money, and
we tipped everybody.
yeah, there was a set of twins there, which you'll see, which are adorable, and so I had to buy from both of
Although
them.
it was funny because only the one would smile and the other one wouldn't.
So,
Okay, we're coming back into America.
Bienvenido.
All right, well, we just exited the port of entry. The ranger asked us what we were bringing back. And again, no alcohol or tobacco. Shame, Jamie.
Now you can turn it off and start over.
Okay, so we just left the port of entry. The ranger asked us what we were bringing back.
He's an officer.
Let's see, what else? Oh, you can get water there from a canteen.
Water, flushing toilets.
There's full bathrooms. Canteen. Well, it was kind of like a canteen.
So they have
It's
you.
odd.
We were allowed to bring our tortillas back in. The
Yes.
homemade ones, but we knew that.
You can bring those and the little
But
trinkets.
like no liquor or cigarettes or anything like that.
Right. And then you put your passport in the machine. It scans you. A phone rings and you talk to another officer and they ask you a couple questions and away you go.
Yeah, they basically are like, hello, what's the reason for your visit, and did you bring anything back?
Yep.
And then you go.
So definitely a trip that if you're in this area or you're not, get here and do it. I believe it's the only
It's the only foot.
border crossing that you can do by foot. Yeah.
Well, you can walk over elsewhere, but this is like a real on foot, like foot trail. Like
Yeah.
You can't drive over it at all.
Right.
So
And
now we got to start our 2.5 mile walk back.
yes. And there's
We still have tons of water.
tour buses that do this. Although that looks like a motorhome.
I don't know, but I looked up the tour bus, and it's $136 a person to do it with a tour, and it's like $20 for your food, and $5 round trip for your boat ride, and $10 for a donkey. Otherwise, so I mean, it's a big difference.
Okay. If you want to go on a tour, they must do something else in the park for that, don't they? Or that's just it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's all we know. We hope we're pretty accurate.